Hey, what's up guys? This is Evan, also known as ETL Luback, coming at you with the August 2016 ETL International Airport Update. This is the 36th airport update, and unfortunately there are no new models in this update. I might be getting some new ones in the next coming months, I'm not sure, so yeah, look out for future updates where I have some new ones. Anyway, I do want to give a huge thank you to everyone for subscribing, liking, and commenting. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much again for a successful 300 subscribers Q&A. I had a lot of fun answering everyone's questions, so thank you to those who participated. As always, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out my ETL Airport website. Links to all those are down below. If you haven't already, please check out my promotion video for my new monthly series called Model of the Month. The first Model of the Month video will be released on September 17th. I'm really looking forward to starting this new series on my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. I think you guys will enjoy it. Anyway, let's get started with the update. This is the 7:30 a.m. time frame. So we'll get started with Terminal A. A few things before we get just one quick thing before we get started. This airport update is going to be a little different. Instead of me like moving around from each aircraft, I'm just going to be cutting to each aircraft. So I'm going to do like individual shots of the aircraft. So you guys aren't going to see the camera shake or anything like that. I'm just trying to make my content look a little more professional, and it's easier for you guys when you're viewing it. So, and it might even speed up these airport updates so they're not 2.5 hours long. So anyway. And also another thing, I'm not going off of flight schedules anymore. I used to do that in all my airport updates, and now I based them off somewhat flight schedules, but there's a lot of different destinations in this update and other stuff like that. So it's a little out of the norm. Let me know what you guys think about it, because I wanted to switch it up, and I know I've gotten some comments that says, oh, why is this flight always on an MD-90 or 757? I'm not calling anyone out, but so I wanted to change that up, and I want you guys to enjoy these updates and make them unique and different, so that's why I'm changing it up. So anyway, we'll get started at Terminal A, right down here. At this Delta 737-700, he's going to be heading out to Key West. Next we have a Delta MD-90. He's currently pushing back for Raleigh-Durham. Here we have another Delta MD-90. He just arrived from Cancun, and he's going to do a flight out to Orlando. Next up, we have a Delta 737-900ER. He's going to be pushing back in about 30 minutes for Minneapolis-St. Paul. Here we have a Delta 737-900ER. He just pushed back from the gate, and he's taxiing over to the runway for departure out to Seattle. Here we have a Delta 757-200. He is currently pushing back for Los Angeles. Here we have another Delta 757-200. He's going to be pushing back shortly for San Diego. Next up we have the Pencil, or the Giraffe, whatever you like to call it, the Delta 757-300. He's going to be heading out to San Francisco. Just landed and taxiing off of Romeo 1, we have this Delta 777-200ER. He just landed from Johannesburg, South Africa. He's going to go pull into the gate, and he's going to rest up for his flight out to Paris later on. Here we have a Delta 767-300ER. He just arrived from London Heathrow. He's going to pull into the gate and head out to Frankfurt later on. Here we have another Delta 767-300ER. He just arrived from Amsterdam and is going to do a flight out to Rome later on. Here we have our last Delta 767-300ER. He just arrived from Los Angeles, and he's going to do a turnaround flight out to Munich later on. Here we have a Delta 777-200ER. He's going to be heading out to Tokyo Narita around 3 later on today. Here we have a Delta A319. He just arrived from Detroit, and he's going to do a turnaround flight out to Philadelphia. Here we have a Delta MD-90. He taxied over to the runway, and he is now waiting in line for takeoff. He's heading out to LaGuardia. Here we have another Delta MD-90. He is holding short for runway 9 left. He's going to be heading out to New Orleans. Here we have a Delta A330-300. He's about to land on runway 9 left from Paris, and he's going to do a turnaround flight later on out to Madrid. Next up, we have a Delta Connections Embraer 170. He's going to be heading out to Pittsburgh. Here we have a Delta 757-200. He is currently pushing back from 8:15 to head out to Atlanta. Here we have a Delta Connections ERJ 145. He just arrived from Jacksonville and he's going to do a turnaround flight out to Fort Myers. Next up we have a Delta 737-800. He just arrived from Boston. He's going to do a turnaround flight out to New York JFK. Last but certainly not least, we have this Delta Connection CRJ 900. He's going to be pushing back shortly for Tampa. Alright guys, that just about wraps up Terminal. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed it myself. I like mixing up the aircrafts and different destinations and stuff. I think it makes it really interesting. So anyway, now we're going to transition over to Terminal B, where we're going to start right down here at this beautiful new livery Southwest 737-800. He just arrived from Las Vegas and he's going to do a turnaround flight out to Houston Hobby. Next up we have this Southwest 737-800. He's pushing back from B-15. He's going to be heading out to Dallas Love. Next up we have Alaska 737-800 with the split scimitar winglets. He just arrived from Seattle and he'll head out to Seattle in about an hour. Next up we have this United 737-800. He's going to be pushing back shortly for Denver. Taxiing off of Juliet 3, we have the Spirit A319. He just arrived from Fort Lauderdale. He's going to go pull into the gate and he's going to head out to Detroit. Here we have this American Airlines Mad Dog MD-82. He is currently rotating off of runway 23 right. He's going to be heading out to Dallas Love Field. And this plane is in honor of the MD-80 send-off. That American just retired 20 of their MD-82s. This plane, however, is still in service, so I'm going to keep it in here as long as I can. So yeah, this is in honor of all the MD-80s Mad Dogs retirement. So yeah, he's heading out to Dallas Fort Worth. Here we have this American A320 still in US Airways livery. He is going to be pushing back shortly for Philadelphia. Here we have this American A319 still in US Airways livery. He just arrived from Washington Reagan. He's going to do a turnaround flight out to Charlotte. Here we have this American 737-800. He's going to be pushing back shortly for Los Angeles. Here we have the Southwest 737-800. He just taxied over to the runway, but he's currently in line for takeoff. He's going to be heading out to Orlando. Next up in line for takeoff, we have this United 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Houston Bush. Next up, we have this United Express -A Q400. He is also waiting in line for takeoff. He's going to be heading out to Cleveland. Holding short of runway 23 right, we have this Air Canada Embraer 190. He's going to be heading out to Toronto. Lined up with runway 23 right, we have this Southwest 737-300 with winglets. He's waiting for that American MD-82 to vacate the runway so he can take off. He's heading out to Boston. The reason I'm doing this flight is because this was the one I was on back in July. Next up, just arrived this Frontier A319 from Trenton. He's going to pull into the gate and he's going to head out to Orlando. Here we have this American A319 with sharklets. He just arrived from Chicago O'Hare and he's going to do a flight out to Miami. Here we have this Allegiant MD-82. He's going to be pushing back shortly for Tampa. Last but certainly not least, we have this JetBlue A320 in the stripes tail with sharklets, currently pushing back for New York JFK. Alright everyone, that just about wraps up the airport update. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to watch last month's airport update and the promotion video for my new monthly series called Model of the Month. The links are down below, or you can click the cards above. As always, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and check out my ETL airport website. Links to those are below as well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I always subscribe back. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, which will probably be the Model of the Month video on September 17th, so look out for that. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you then and with the September airport update. Peace out. Here's our last new model, the beautiful Delta A319. He's going to be heading out to Austin, Texas.